File item 26, Senator Perata. Secretary, please read.
Senate Bill 1137 by Senator Perata, an act relating to mortgages and declaring the urgency thereof to take effect immediately.
Thank you, Madam President. Members, this is a bill that's been reworked and worked and reworked, and it's back before us again. It used to be SB 926. There's absolutely no significance to the number now. It is our attempt in this House to mitigate the housing and mortgage crisis facing the state of California. California now leads the nation in foreclosures. It is started in the Central Valley and Inland Empire. It's now spread almost evenly, although certain areas are being hit much harder than others. They still estimate that there'll be somewhere between 350 and 400,000 families losing their homes in the next 2 years. What the bill does places requirements on lenders to help borrowers avoid foreclosure, require notice to property residents that the foreclosure process has begun, give tenants additional time to move from a foreclosed property, and require maintenance of foreclosed properties to diminish the impact on the surrounding homes and neighborhoods. To resolve the opposition concerns, the bill has been amended to remove the notice to borrowers of pending mortgage payment changes. The bill no longer requires a face-to-face meeting, instead allows a phone meeting, limit the scope of the contact requirement so it only applies to loans made between January 1st, 2003 and December 31st, 2007. And it deletes the requirement that the tenant notice information on the outside of the envelope. These were things that the industry itself felt were too onerous. We worked them through. I want to thank them for the time they spent with us on this. The primary the purpose is still very simple. We want to do what we can in California to make sure that people don't lose their homes. I'm happy to report that all opposition has been removed, at least formal opposition. We'll find out if all opposition has been removed in a second. Our intention now is to move this bill as an urgency to the Assembly and see if we can't work with leadership there to make it a single bill. Thank you.
Any discussion or debate? Senator Denham.
I rise in support of this measure. The approach taken in SB 1137 is one that will not cause more problems than it solves. This measure will not unduly restrict liquidity in the home buying and refinancing market, which had been a concern in the previous version. This measure will set up a workable system so that homeowners and their lenders can work together to help avoid foreclosures as much as possible. If there's no way to avoid foreclosure, this measure helps provide more notice and time to homeowners. This measure is limited in scope, so its provisions apply to homeowner occupied, or in the case of notice requirements, it also helps out tenants. However, this is in no way to bail out other speculators. My hope is that as this bill passes, that we have just as many town halls on this bill as we did on the previous bill to let people know that we're supportive of making sure that people don't lose their homes in the Central Valley. I request an aye vote.
Is there any other discussion or debate? Secretary, call the roll.
Flores? Aye. Harmon? No. Hollingsworth? No. Kehoe? Aye. Kuehl? Aye. Lowenthal? Aye. Machado? Aye. Maldonado? Aye. Marquette? No. McClintock? No. Migden? Aye. Negrete McLeod? Aye. Oropesa? Aye. Padilla? Aye. Perata?
Aye.
Aye. Ridley Thomas? Aye. Romero?
Aye.
Aye. Runner? No. Scott? Aye. Savidian? Aye. Steinberg? Aye. Torlakson? Aye. Vincent? Aye. Wiggins? Aye. Weiland? Aye. Yee? Yee, aye. Dutton, no.
Ayes 28, noes 10 on the urgency. Ayes 28, noes 10 on the measure. The measure is adopted.